Thank you.
The Honorable Representative Stella Kimbo is hereby recognized.
Madam Speaker, colleagues, and guests, I am ready to answer questions on the budget of the DBM and lump sum appropriations. Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize Representative Arlene Brosas of Gabriela Party List to interpolate the proposed budget for the DBM. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Representative Arlene Brosas is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my questions are for the provisions of lump sum. It is just one question, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, this is on climate change expenditure, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Marcos Jr. administration will allocate 1.01 trillion pesos for the climate change expenditures for 2025. This is 562.29 billion increase compared to the 2024 budget for climate change expenditure. So mula po sa 457.41 billion ngayon, nag-increase 562.29 billion. So kaya 1.01 trillion. 779.38 billion of the total 1 trillion climate change expenditure will go to DPWH. Now, Madam Speaker, ano po yung explanation? Bakit lumaki ng ganito yung climate change expenditure? Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, Your Honor, ang pinaka-basic na paliwanag dyan ay kasama po sa tagging para sa climate change ang flood control at alam naman po natin na malaking amount ang kasama sa flood control, Madam Speaker.
So, Madam Speaker, talagang yun yung nagpataas yung flood control projects. Dalawa pala question ko, Madam Speaker. Yung around 23.65 billion of the climate expenditure is in the form of special purpose funds. Ito basically yun. Yung 23.65 billion ng climate expenditure, SPF. 5.41 billion is under ALGU, allocations to local government units, and 18.23 billion under the budgetary support to government corporations. Now, Madam Speaker, these are lump sum appropriations. Tama ba?
Tama po, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, hindi ba vulnerable ito sa misuse ng pondo at maging source ng corruption kung ganito yung lump sum siya lahat Madam Speaker? Bakit hindi na lang natin ito ilagay diretso sa mga direct climate adaptation programs, Madam Speaker?
Madam Speaker, hindi naman po dahil may guidelines naman po ang ini-issue ito ng DBM para sa implementation. At nakaspecify ang mga beneficiaries at meron naman pong menu ng projects.
So, Madam Speaker, itong sinasabi ninyo, yung 5.41 billion under ALGU, tama po ba ito? May specifications pa ito? Kasi yung nakalagay lang lump sum di ba?
I hear.
Five point.
Madam Speaker, sorry. It took us a while to look for itong number na nire-refer ninyo. So ito na po, 5.4 na naka-allocate para sa ALGU. Pakiulit na lang po, Madam
Yes,
Speaker, ang
oo.
question.
Actually, ang nakalagay, nung tinotal namin, 23.65 billion yung climate expenditure na sa forma ng special purpose funds. Yung binabanggit niyo po, yung isa, yung 5.41 billion, ito under ALGU. Yung 18.23 billion under budgetary support to government corporations. Ngayon, ang tanong po namin, bakit ni-lump sum ito? Kasi pwede namang diretso na sa mga direct climate adaptation programs. So, parang nakahiwalay pa siya ngayon dito. No? Tama po ba, Madam Speaker? So very specific, pwedeng lagyan mo na siya ng programa pero ang nangyari, inihiwalay pa.
Itong 5.418706, is that a specific number, Madam Speaker? Because if it is, ito ay nasa MMDA.
Yung 5.41,
Yes, Madam Speaker.
nasa
Tama po.
MMDA ito lahat, buo.
Yes, that is correct.
Nakalagay sa allocations to local government units.
Yes, that is correct. Madam
Okay, so MMDA pala ito.
Yes, that is
Yun yung
correct.
and programs of the MMDA.
That is correct.
So, Madam Speaker, bakit siya lump sum? Sa MMDA, di ba yung mga pinoprograma nila, halimbawa, pumps para sa flood control, etc. Bakit siya nakahiwalay?
So, as we know, itong climate change expenditures ay tagged expenditures lang yan.
Tagged.
Yes.
So, what does that mean?
So, ibig sabihin, titignan natin lahat ng line items at they make a determination kung ito ay isang climate change expenditure. And for it to be a climate change expenditure, either yan ay may typology yan eh. So, pwedeng water sufficiency, pwedeng sustainable energy, pwedeng climate smart industries, food security, knowledge and capacity development, ecosystem and environmental stability, human security, or cross-cutting. So, i-identify kung saan siya nagpa-fall under or possibly not. So, and they made a determination na for those Metro MMDA projects sila ay pumasok sa climate change tagging at yun ang naging suma total ng projects na yun.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. So, may specification itong 5.41 or
Yes,
dahil
that
nakatag
is
pa lang
correct.
siya, parang
is correct.
ito yung menu, ito yung pipiliin, parang
Yes.
ganon, Madam Speaker.
So mayroong specific projects under the MMDA.
What about the 18.23 billion, Madam Speaker?
Which
Kasi
is
yun
under
yung pag tinotal mo kasi
So,
yun yung 23 point,
under budgetary support to government corporations.
yes.
This would refer to expenditures of the authority of the Freeport area of Bataan, Cagayan Economic Zone Authority, Center for International Trade Expositions and Missions, CCP, Development Academy of the Philippines, National Dairy Authority, National Food Authority, National Housing Authority, National Irrigation Administration, National Power Corporation, National Tobacco Administration, Philippine Children's Medical Center, Philippine Coconut Authority, Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation, Philippine Fisheries Development Authority, Philippine Rice Research Institute, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, Sugar Regulatory Administration, and Tourism Promotion Board. Muli, it follows the same methodology. So, doon sa mga ahensya na yan, merong mga specific activities doon na nag-fall under the classification na climate change expenditure.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. So parang may menu nga sila na pipiliin. Pero Madam Speaker, yun nga ang sabi natin, parang bakit hindi na lang ilagay ng direct climate adaptation programs? For example, identified line item para hindi naman nakabulkahe siya doon sa lump sum na parang anytime, alam naman natin na yun yung pupwedeng corruption issue, no, maging source of corruption if ever, Madam Speaker. Well, bakit hindi diretso? Halimbawa, kung sa PCMC nakatag siya as climate adaptation, may programa siya na greening or tree planting or ganyan or 'di ba, Madam Speaker? Bakit hindi ganon? Bakit kailangan itong mga specific agencies na ito, Bataan, Cagayan Ecozone, PCMC, etc., naka-identify siya
So,
as ganon?
ibig sabihin is, ang inyong mungkahi is magkaroon na lang ng parang nomenclature, parang ganon, na climate change, line item, parang ganon.
Yeah. Madam Speaker,
Parang
di
ganon.
ba? At least
Para
alam mo
moving
kung saan.
forward, imbis na mahirapan ang DBM sa kahahanap taon-taon kung ito ba ay magpa-fall under climate change, etc. Moving forward, kapag ang isang ahensya ay alam naman nila na ang activity na to ay
for
para
that
sa climate
purpose.
change, ay i-pre-classify na nila.
Yes,
At
Madam Speaker.
pwede ba yun? Sila pala nagtatag. Okay, pero ang gusto natin is naka-line item na siya na climate change. Para hindi siya, yun ba ang gusto natin?
Yes, Madam Speaker. Parang, to be transparent doon, hindi siya naka-lump sum. Oo. Hindi siya
Okay.
naka-lump sum
So-
kasi ang nakalagay dito, climate expenditure, nakatag, special purpose funds. So kung SPF yan, any yan. So po pwedeng for not that purpose.
Just to, para lang clear po tayo, hindi po talaga siya lump sum. Just to be clear. Dahil right now, again, para lang, to give an example, para clear tayo. Hawak ko kasi yung ALGU, yung 5.41 kanina, yung MMDA projects. So halimbawa, MMDA, ito very specific, drainage improvement along Quirino Highway and Vicini, District 3, Caloocan City. So this is a specific line item, so specific po siya. So ayan po, meron po siyang isang buong listahan na ang suma total niyan is 5.418. So yun po.
What about the 18.20?
So, ganun din po.
So, Madam Speaker, may we have a copy of those na binabanggit ninyo?
Yes po. We will provide a copy. We will give you a copy of ito pong 1.019 trillion total.
Okay.
So just to be clear po, itong climate change expenditure tagging is a tool that allows the government to track and monitor climate-related expenses. So, ganun lang po. Pre-identified siya ng ahensya.
Yes, okay.
So pag nagsasubmit po sila sa DBM ng kanilang proposed budget, nakatag na ng ahensya na itong particular line item na to ay pasok dito sa climate change expenditure.
Okay, so hindi po siya lump sums. Siya
Definitely
ay,
not.
Pero special purpose funds siya. So,
Hindi po.
Hindi SPF
Hindi
ang
talaga.
kanyang category.
Hindi
Okay.
talaga.
Oo. Sige. Madam Speaker.
Siguro may problema sa pag-present dito. I agree with you, nakakalito.
Oo, Madam
Aayusin na lang po dapat beginning next year
Oo.
para walang kalituhan.
Yes, and can we have a copy of those line items?
Yes, but ako na po ang mag-a-assure sa inyo bilang budget sponsor na hindi talaga siya lump sum because naka-detail po siya isa-isa.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. That's the last of my question, Madam Speaker. Maraming salamat, Madam Speaker.
Salamat.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, next to interpolate the sponsor, I move to recognize Representative Franz Castro of the Party List Act Teachers.
The Honorable Representative Franz Castro is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I promise the sponsor less than an hour lang ito. Pinagsama natin kasi yung DBM tsaka yung lump sum. Less than an hour plus 2 hours. Okay, joke lang yon. Gabi na naantok na tayong lahat. But anyway, yung first question ko po sa DBM. Friend naman natin yung DBM. Well, yung EO64, Madam Chair, natuwa naman yung mga government employees. Pero ganun lang, konti lang. Dahil katiting yung nadagdag na sa sweldo. Although in 4 tranches, halimbawa si teacher, more or less 20% ang dinagdag. So every year, parang 5% yung dinagdag doon sa mga sweldo. Yun ding sa mga salary grade 1 to siguro hanggang 10 ay parang mga 3 to 4%. So napakaliit lang din, Madam Chair. Kaya kung tatanungin natin yung mga government employees ay konting saya lang, konting ngiti lang. Dahil hindi naman ito, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, talagang makasasapat doon sa doon sa ina-expect nila na salary increase, considering yung inflation, yung pang cost of living, yung mga kino-consider, yung mga pinapag-aral nila, etc. So, yon. Okay, during our during our dialogues with the DBM, Madam Speaker, meron nga pinag-usapan about yung pera. So, alam niyo po yung pera, Madam Sponsor. Ito po yung Personnel Economic Relief Allowance na kasabay po ito ng salary ng ating mga government employees. Noong 1991, yung pera ay 500 per month noong 1991. So it took 18 years para maitaas ito noong June 2009, June 17, 2009, based on House of Representatives and Senate Joint Resolution number 4. So from 500 in 1991, naging 2,000 in 2009. So 18 years, no? Ito po, ito? 1,500 additional compensation and 500 na pera. Pero ngayon, nakakombine na sila as pera. So merong ACA, yun, di ba? Additional compensation allowance plus pera. Okay, so napako na doon, Madam Speaker, napako na po yung pera ng mga government employees mula noong 2009. By the way, mahalaga itong pera, Madam Speaker and distinguished sponsor, dahil ito, kumbaga, yung panangga natin doon sa inflation at saka iba't iba pang mga economic factors that would lessen the purchasing power of their salary or peso. Okay? So, siyempre, gusto natin maitaas yung pera dahil hindi naman talaga masaya, no, yung Executive Order number 64 na additional na salary sa ating mga government employees. So any study or any development regarding po sa pera, Madam Speaker?
Madam Speaker, Your Honor, pinag-aaralan po ng DBM ang posibilidad na tumaas na finally ang pera dahil ito lang ang pera na napakong pera. So hopefully, beginning 2026 ay baka sakaling magkaroon ng 500 peso increase in monthly pera. So yun po yung pinag-aaralan na proposal. So yun po, beginning 2026 until 2028, magkaroon sana ng 500 peso increase per year. So ibig sabihin, 2026, maging 2,500 per month. Pagdating ng 2027, 3,000 pesos per month. Pagdating ng 2028, 3,500 pesos per month. So yun po sana ang pinag-aaralan nila kung kakayanin natin dahil malaki-laki po ang kakailanganing pondo. Ang requirement po is 11.143 billion annually. Talagang inexakto pa nila 143. I love you daw. So 11.143 billion annually ang kailangan po para sa 1.358 million civilian personnel.
Yes.
And including MUP. So wag natin kakalimutan po ang ating mga sundalo.
Well, speaking of MUP, parang nagpahayag yata si Speaker ba yun o si Presidente na meron silang dagdag na parang allowance sa food to make it 1,000. Dagdag na 350 by next year. Di po ba? Tama po ba yun? Additional 350 for the police officers and military MUP?
Yan po, Madam Speaker, Your Honor, ay isang pending House Bill. Ay, isang announcement ni Speaker, pero November. Pero hindi pa yan kasama sa pinag-aaralan ng DBM.
Okay.